Hello, everyone, and thank you so much for tuning in to Happy Life. My name is Life, of course, and this is HappyNessa. We have an exciting video topic for you guys today, and we're going to talk about how Jesus is thirsty. Okay, it's an interesting way. It's so interesting how we end up coming to this topic. I'm going to throw it over to HappyNessa so she can tell you how we got here.
Yes, so I've told this story a few times. I've said Jesus is thirsty. I've said God is thirsty when telling how I met a friend in the area down here in Florida. So I'm from North Carolina. We've been in Florida for 2 years. And what I'll say is on my channel, y'all know I talk about happiness and psychic abilities and your spiritual path and being true to you. And sometimes being true to you means you have to find a new community of people, right, that are on this new path. So with that being said, I went a while choosing not to want to use my psychic gifts because I continued to know about things that I didn't want to know. So sometimes it is hard stuff. Sometimes I know that people are sick or near death beforehand, and I didn't want to know that. And so I told God that I'm not mad at him. I've never been someone who was like mad at my spiritual path, but I've been someone who chose to block out my gifts, specifically not meditating, which I'm still doing to this day, because I know if I meditate more, I'm more psychic. So with that being said, some time had passed since someone I knew had transitioned. And I was like, okay, it's time for me to get back to my meditation and psychic abilities. I said a prayer this one specific morning. I was like, okay, God, like I'm ready. Like I'm going to start meditating. I'm ready to start using my gifts. I'm saying Jesus is thirsty because that same day, within hours, I meet who is now a friend. I meet a stranger who literally starts talking about this, all the mystical, spiritual, psychic, intuitive angels, all this stuff within minutes of me meeting her, which is rare. Most people don't just go straight to like deep talk, right?
Right.
So I meet her, we're clicking, our kids are getting together along really well. And she is someone who's really held me accountable to using my gifts and actually making it, is you as well, Life. I've said this about you. You and her are some of the top two people who've helped me embrace my gifts and take away the sadness and negative nature of having these gifts and using more gratitude and appreciation. And so with that being said, if it's not clear, I said Jesus is thirsty because I said that prayer that morning, and within hours, I'm meeting her. And the last thing I'll say before I throw it back to you is I met her. One of my other friends says we probably met in a portal where it was weird. We both had never been to the specific park. We had explored all the parks in the area with our kids. On this precise morning when God was calling both of us together, we both went to this random park we had never been to within the same time frame and met. And it was like, that was God.
That is God. Amazing. Absolutely. Yes. And that's where she was telling me this story. And that's when I said, I agree. Jesus is thirsty. God is always waiting for you just to let go. Let go of your fear. Let go of any hesitation. Let go of your subconscious mind, which is always telling you, no, that's bad. No, this is not going to turn out well. No. Let go of anything that says you can't. Let go of anything that says you should be scared. Because a lot of times when it comes to psychic abilities and hearing things and knowing things, you're afraid. You're thinking that, this is bad. As soon as you let go, like you said, as soon as you said that prayer, you go to this park and you meet someone who is in alignment. As soon as you let go, you're on the path of least resistance, and it can just happen that fast to where Jesus seems thirsty.
Yeah.
I love that so much. That is making me happy right now. Jesus is thirsty. He wants each and every one of us to do that, to let go and allow him or the universe, God, whatever you want to call it. You know what you feel. You don't get wet by the word water. I keep telling you guys that.
Yeah.
Just relax and allow and flow into it. And that's how life will get really, really juicy for you. So I'm excited. I'm glad you shared that story.
Yes.
And, I want to encourage everybody just to relax and allow, okay, and do what HappyNessa did. Say that prayer and just give it up. And you don't have to figure out what the next move is, because it will come to you, just like her friend
It will.
did. Yeah.
I want to share a couple of more relevant things about my friend. So we're obviously when you call someone a friend, you're benefiting each other, hopefully, in an equal way or in a comparable way. Yeah. So obviously God connected me to her because he was thirsty to get me going on using my psychic gifts again. And she literally is someone who reads my mind. When I say a prayer, Lord, I want to save some money. I want hand-me-downs for the girls. The next day she's texting me about hand-me-downs or toys or whatever. Like, she's done that several times. Last thing I'll say, when I was starting to not practice what I preach about manifesting what I want and saying, okay, we want to move from this apartment to a house. This was back in 2020, December. I started saying, well, how am I going to find a house in Florida that we can afford? That's like this, and this. I don't have this time, blah, blah, blah. I was not practicing what I preach on my channel, which is, going with the flow, which is what we just talked about, manifesting, being intentional. So I was being human, right? Right. Do you know she's the same person that sent me a house in the city over that I would have never found? She found my realtor for us. Nice. So when you allow God to be thirsty, he is going to answer all of your prayers in an easier way. But again, like you said, we got to let go and let God. And I, on my channel, like to always reference anyone who feels like they don't believe in a God. Like you mentioned, it's not about a label. Because I can also just say, not you life, but life. The life that we're living is always speaking to us. So if you surrender to life as well, the same thing can happen.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm so excited about this episode. I hope that you guys got something out of this. Please leave your thoughts in the comments. Please communicate with us. We are all about creating a community of people who just enjoy living a happy life, and we're just wanting to help each other find that. All right. So we're going to go ahead and end it there. We're grateful and thankful, and we'll live a happy life. See you next time.
See you next time.